Hi everyone, welcome back to another fossil hunting video. I've come out again on an afternoon tide. I'm just making my way down to the beach right now. Steady walk along the beach and hopefully we'll find something good today. You never know. Let's see how these steps are today. Usually they're quite shaky, especially after all the heavy rain we've been having. It's a cracking day. Looks like I might be the first one on the beach. So it's not a particularly great tide today. It won't go all the way out and the seas aren't as rough as they could be. I think they're actually quite flat when I checked online. But I am still quite hopeful that we'll find one or two nice ammonites today. It's always worth getting in and amongst the rocks and seeing what's being washed around. So unfortunately that one's crumbled around the edge, so we're going to look for better ones, hopefully. Another interesting find I've just picked up, although I've not cracked it open yet, is this little lobster nodule here. So we've got a little nodule here. Now I suspect it's very likely to have a lobster inside. It's just whether it'll crack open well or if it'll just bust into multiple pieces, but we'll give it a go. So we've got a decent looking crack. And there you go, a nice little section of lobster. Everyone, if you'd like to purchase your very own fossil from the Yorkshire coast, please check out my website called buyafossil.com. There's a bunch of beautiful prepared fossils all available to purchase with shipping to most countries. Please take a look if you are interested. Thank you. So there seems to be quite a few of these very poorly preserved ones knocking about. They're not the ones we're actually looking for. I can see a Hildoceras keel, but I suspect it's going to be not all there. Yep, just half of a Hildoceras. So there's a little poorly preserved Dactylioceras on the inside of here. Looks like it could be all there. I'll probably give it a few taps with a hammer, with it not being a perfect example. Not an amazing split, but we have got a little middle of one to take back home. So we've got his first half decent Dactylioceras example. There's a nice keel running around the very middle there. So I've just spotted something that looks really promising underneath this rock here. Let's have a look. Can you see that keel poking out? Looks like a nice, maybe a Harpoceras or something like that. Let me get it out and find out. Hopefully it's all there. Looks like it's just missing that very bottom bit, which is such a shame. Obviously someone's split it down and it's not gone perfect for them. I think I'll leave that with the damage and the size of the rock. Looks like it was a really nice quality one though. It's either a Harpoceras or a Cleviceras. Unfortunately the piece is really eroded, so I won't be taking it back home with me, but it is quite an interesting one to look at. So I found something quite interesting contained within a huge rock on the beach. Now here's the big old rock, and if you look at the very side here, there's a massive ichthyosaur vertebrate. Ugh. The rock is unfortunately super heavy. It goes round there, a nice big vert. I imagine it won't run through the rock, it'll just be one. So it's taken a little while. I might have just found the first decent looking ammonite of the day. Have a look together. I've not looked at it yet, but I did see a nice looking keel. Another quite worn specimen, but it should be all in there. I think I'll tap it on camera for you. And there we go. I will take this one back home now and prepare it. Well, that's a beautiful little pickup, matrix free Dactylioceras ammonite. So I've just picked up two kind of worn ones, but there is a really chunky keel on this one and it looks like it's almost popping off. This is quite a nice little split, very eroded pebble that I've just picked up, and inside is a lovely Dactylioceras with the calcite exposed there. Quite cool. So I'm making my way back the way I came, and I've just found two more little Dactylioceras nodules. Pretty cool. Them ones are worth taking back and preparing at home. I'm going to do some more filming tomorrow. Fortunately here it's not the most productive beach at the moment, but I did find that really nice at the very start. I'll see you tomorrow. Welcome to day 2 of this fossil hunting trip. I'm making my way down the steep descent all the way down to the very bottom. There's a huge colony of seals on this particular beach. I do try and avoid them if possible so I don't disturb them. Unfortunately for me and other collectors, this means walking through the really high fern jungle, which is full of ticks. I did also see a snake a few months back. Upon getting down to the beach, I spotted this large sandstone slab with the remains of plant material. Looks like it was some type of fern that was preserved on this. All of the fossils preserved in the bedrock in this particular site are protected, so no in situ digging. I found this Hildoceras ammonite preserved in a small nodule. I imagine at one point it would have been much bigger, but this is what it's ended up like. Later on in this fossil hunting trip, I find quite a few Gramoceras examples. Here's a particularly nice one. I also picked up this multi-block containing a number of ammonites. You can probably see the keels protruding from the edge of the rock there. An interesting one to take home and work at with my air pens. Hopefully you've all enjoyed this video, and I'll see you all on the very next one. Thank you.